Dear students, I hope you are all well. In the chapter Mole Concept and Stereochemistry, today we will understand the empirical and molecular formula. As you already read in class ninth, that chemical formula is the symbolic representation of a chemical substance. It represents the chemical composition of a compound, that is, the constituent atoms and the ratio in which they are present in one molecule of the compound. If we take the example of carbon dioxide, it tells that one molecule of carbon dioxide is composed of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Okay, as you see, its chemical formula CO2, one molecule of carbon and two molecule of oxygen forms the one molecule of carbon dioxide gas. Okay, chemical formula are of two types: empirical and molecular. Uh, and we what we will do in this subsection of empirical and molecular formula, we shall learn their definition and information conveyed by them, which type of information they convey with us, and we also learn their determination from the percentage composition of a compound. So, percentage composition of a compound. Percentage composition of a compound is the percentage by weight of all the elements present in it. Okay, it is just name suggests that it tell us about the percentage by weight of all elements present in a compound. So percentage of an element in a compound is given by percentage of an element is equal to mass or weight of the element in 1 mole of the compound upon molar mass or gram molecular mass of the compound into 100. So if you take the example, you can understand better the percentage composition of a compound. Calculate the percentage composition of sulfuric acid H2SO4. Okay, given relative atomic mass of hydrogen 1, sulfur 32, and oxygen 16. You already know this. So, relative molecular mass of H2SO4 will be 1 into 2 plus 32 plus 16 into 4. Okay, so 98 AMU is the relative atomic mass of H2SO4. Okay, everyone I think know how to calculate this relativity mass. Okay, 1 mole of H2SO4 is equal to 1 molecular mass of H2SO4, that is equal to 98 gram. Okay, so this implies that 98 gram of H2SO4 contain 2 gram of hydrogen, 32 gram of sulfur, and 64 gram of oxygen. Okay, so now we calculate in terms of percentage. Percentage composition of hydrogen is equal to 2 upon 98, because you know that 2 gram of hydrogen is present in H2SO4. So 2 upon 98 into 100 is equal to 2.04%. And so on. Percentage composition of sulfur is 32.65 65 gram 65 percentage, sorry. Percentage composition of oxygen similarly is 65.3%. Okay, so in by this method you can easily calculate the percentage composition of any compound. So one another example is here. Calculate the percentage composition of water of crystallization in copper. Okay, in substance crystal of CuSO4 dot 5s2o. So given atmospheric atomic masses of uh, atomic mass of copper is given 63.5, sulfur 32, and oxygen 16, and hydrogen is 1. So first you have to calculate relative molecular mass, which will become 249.5 AMU. So 1 mole of CuSO4.5s2o is contain 1 gram of molecular mass of CuSO4 dot 5s2 is equal to 249.5 gram. So this implies that 249.5 gram 1 mole of CuSO4.5s2 contain 90 gram of water of crystallization. Okay, it contain 90 gram of, because water molecules 0.5s2 amount is 90. So that's why we said that percentage composition of water crystallization in CaSO4 is 36.1%. Okay, so by this method you can easily, whatever, if they talk about only copper, you can calculate the copper 63.5 upon 249.5 into 100, like that. Okay, so you can easily solve this type of questions. So now we understand what is empirical formula of a compound and its determination. Empirical formula of a compound is the simplest formula which gives the simple whole number ratio of different type of atoms present in one molecule of the compound. So empirical formula, if you simply indicates the relative number of different type of atoms present in the molecule. Okay, it does not tell the actual number of atoms present in the molecule of the compound. For example, the empirical formula of benzene is CH. Okay, benzene formula is just CH. We don't know how many numbers of atoms present in the molecule of benzene. It simply represents the carbon and hydrogen atoms are present in the ratio of 1 by 1 in benzene. The actual formula of benzene is C6H6. Similarly, the empirical formula of glucose is CH2O, which tell us that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atoms are present in the ratio of 1 to 1 in a molecule. Whereas the actual formula of glucose is, we know that C6H12O6, where the number of atoms also clarify. Okay, so this is the empirical formula. So how we can determine the empirical formula? In order to determine the empirical formula of a given compound, the percentage of various type of elements should be known. Okay, so percentage of various type of elements you have to know. These are determined by chemical analysis of the compound. The chemical analysis of the compound involves either the synthesis of the given compound from elements or the conversion of the given compound into compounds of non-composition. You already know that. Okay, usually the second method, that is the conversion of the compound into compounds of non-composition, is preferred. After knowing the percentage composition, the determination of empirical formula is carried out in the following steps. Okay, if you know the percentage composition of any compound, then you follow these steps. First, determination of the percentage of oxygen. The percentage of oxygen is usually not provided. This is obtained by subtracting the sum of all other percentages given from 100. If the sum of the given percentage is 100, the compound does not contain oxygen. Okay. Determination of relative number of moles. The percentage of each element is now divided by its atomic mass. This gives the relative number of moles of all constituent atoms. Okay, each element is divided by its atomic mass by itself. Okay, which gives the relative number of moles of all constituent atoms. Then determination of simplest mole ratio. The number obtained in the above step are now divided by the smallest of them. Okay, this gives the simplest ratio of moles of all constituent atoms. Determination of whole number ratio. The figures obtained in the above step are now made whole numbers. If the figure is close to a whole number, it is rounded off to obtain a whole number. However, if the figures obtained in step third are far from whole numbers, they are multiplied by a suitable integer to get whole numbers. This can be understood with the help of following example. Okay, suppose the simplest molar ratio in the element of the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is obtained 1 proportion 1.99 and 1. Obviously 1.99 in some other cases can be rounded off 2. Thus the whole number ratio these elements will be 1 to 1. Suppose in some other case the simplest mole ratio for carbon, hydrogen and oxygen found 1, 1.5 and 1. In this case the ratio by multiplying with integer 2 or multiplication with 2, the ratio will become 2, 3, 2. So by this we can just round it off the ratios. Okay, then what you would do, determination of empirical formula. After getting the whole number ratio, the empirical formula of the given compound can be obtained by writing down the symbols of all the elements side by side and putting the whole numbers obtaining in the above step as subscripts to the lower right hand corner of each symbol. Okay, so for example, if the whole number ratio of elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen 232, then the empirical formula of the given compound is C2H3O2. Okay, so if you are still in some type of confusion that what you have to actually do, you go through this example. Okay, the example is an organic compound is found to contain 54.4% carbon and 9.13% hydrogen. Determine the empirical formula of the compound. Given carbon is equal to 12.01 and H 1.008 and oxygen is 16. Their atomic mass is also given here. Okay, so the sum of percentage of carbon and hydrogen in the given compound is not 100. Okay, if you sum them, it was not 100, therefore the rest is oxygen. So oxygen is also present there, so percentage of oxygen is 100 minus 54.4 plus 9.13, that is 36.47%. Okay, if their composition will become after adding them 100, so oxygen is not present there, but here is less than 100, so we will just subtract 100 minus 54.4 plus 9.13, which will become 36.47. So the empirical formula of this compound can be obtained as follows. So element for carbon, atomic mass is given 12.01 and percentage also given 54.4. So relative number of moles will be 54.4 upon 12.01. Okay, you have to just subtract their percentage with their atomic mass, which will become 4.53%. And then simplest mole ratio will become 4.53 upon 2.28. Okay, then with it be written as whole number ratio 2. Okay, first step you have to do this whole step you have to do in one time. Okay, because you will get confused that where this 2.28 is come here. Okay, because when you do for all compound or element, sorry, this percentage, okay, relative number of moles when you get, and smallest value you will be found for oxygen 2.28. So in the step 4 we already read that you have to divide to get simplest mole ratio, their relative number of moles upon simplest mole ratio, which will be given here. Okay, so their whole number ratio will be 2:1. So what is the empirical formula is C2H4O. Okay, I hope you understand this. And if the whole number ratio is not coming equal, then what will we do? We will understand by this example. Okay, an inorganic compound contains 29.11% sodium, 40.51% sulfur and 30.38 gram 38% oxygen. Determine the empirical formula. Okay, you have given the atomic masses of these elements. So first, sodium atomic mass 23 and its percentage given. So what you will do, divide the percentage by its atomic mass and you will be get 1.266. Then for do sulfur you also get same number 1.266, and when you do for oxygen you get 1.898, and the smallest number in these three is 1.266. So you have to divide first 1.26 by itself, one is coming, and then second one also one coming, and in third one 1.499 become. Okay, so for whole number ratio if you see here, one coming and here coming 1.499. so to make it as a whole number you have to into or multiply these all numbers with 2. Okay, when you first you have to just multiply 1.499 into 2 with 2 and you will be get 3. So you have to remember that all number will be multiplied by this number, okay, 2, because you do this for to make it whole number you have to just remember that other numbers also multiplied by the same number. So what will be, you get the empirical formula Na2S2 and O3. So this is your empirical formula of the compound. So I hope you understand the empirical formula very clearly, how to determine it, and in next class we will read about the molecular formula and its relation with empirical formula. Okay, thank you.